There. The camera is rolling. So I prefer you guys to be quiet and listen. And today we're going to start talking about stick welding, shielded metal arc welding, SMAW. For those of you who have MIG welded, I'm sure your experience has been, a little bit frustrating, but for the most part, kind of enjoyable. You pull the trigger, you watch it go. The challenge with stick welding is the two different style holders. In this shop, we use a clamp type. So you grab the electrode, you clamp it, or you open the clamp like that, and that's what holds the electrode. Now, unlike with MIG welding, where all you do is basically try to hold that MIG gun as steady as possible, this electrode is being consumed. So you're moving in kind of three directions. So you're pulling the gun. This electrode's melting away, and you're kind of moving forward. So that's one of the challenges. The second challenge is certainly striking an arc. So when you get to the MIG or the stick machines, you'll see this. It's a clamp. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult when you're wearing gloves. It requires a little bit of dexterity to push that clamp open. But you just have to open it up a little bit, put the electrode in, okay? And when it's burnt down to a little stub, you push that and it comes out. Another common electrode holder is this style. Some of you might like this style, some of you might not. Alex, be quiet. But it's a little bit easier. It doesn't require any hand strength. You put the electrode in like that and simply tighten it up. Okay? So there's two styles. Again, people tend to like this because it doesn't require a lot of hand strength, but these are the two. So, take these gloves off. You can take a couple of these and pass them along. This handout is, it kind of explains what's going on when you're stick welding. It shows that the electrode is on a 15-degree slant, and you drag slag. So you're kind of pulling it. Unlike with MIG welding, with gas metal arc welding, with MIG welding, you know how you're kind of pushed? You push the MIG gun. With shielded metal arc welding, with stick welding, you pull. You pull the electrode. So Cole, why would you want to pull the electrode? Why do we go in? Oh, thanks. Why do we go in this direction? Gurjot, please be quiet. In this direction.
Because if you go like this, it could hook up and it wouldn't work as well.
Right. You end up getting some inclusion. You start introducing this unburned flux into the weld, into the puddle. So we're always pulling. We're always going in this direction. Right-handed, you're going this direction or this direction. So again, if you notice, it's just sort of a habit of mine. When I put even a fresh electrode, a brand new electrode, I'll bend it a little bit to give myself a chance. So I'm already almost achieving an angle with that little bend right here. Just a little tip. It's a little bit more comfortable to work in that with that little bend on your electrode. I got a quick video for you guys to take a look at. It's like 30 seconds long. And basically it's going to show, and what I like about this video is this is the exact same machines we use. So you will see in this video just how close the electrode is to the workpiece. See how tight he is to the metal itself? He's not far apart, and as that electrode's burning away, he's pushing that electrode towards the material. Okay? So that's what you're going to see.
Now turning it up to 90 amps here. This is a little bit.
There's one more right there.
Pretty much that I've done this on the 180 inch. You can see it's still running pretty well. Notice that I'm welding faster. So that's another variable that plays into it. Welding speed.
Okay. So that's what you're after. Now, when I stick weld, Farham, be quiet. When I stick weld, I'm actually, so I'm traveling in that direction, and this is my electrode here, and it's burning away. I'm actually obviously looking where I'm going and looking where I am on the material itself, but I'm watching that puddle. So a lot of, I'd say 60–70% of my vision is focusing on that puddle and seeing what that puddle's doing. I'm not looking at the actual electrode, I'm seeing what that puddle's doing. And the reason for it is you can see how wide that weld is, whether or not the heat is the amperage is set up properly, my length of arc is set up properly, my travel speed is right. For those of you starting out with arc welding, you'll notice you just go too fast. Like the first group in the corner, Cole and Simon, how many times did I say just slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down? Because I was watching this. I'm sure starting out it was a little bit kind of uncomfortable or nerve-wracking because it is so bright and smoky and loud and stuff. But I watch that puddle. I watch what that puddle's doing. The puddle can tell you a lot. There's four things that can really, really help you troubleshoot, A, to get a good weld, and B, where you're messing up. It's the LASH acronym. What do you think LASH stands for in welding? Olivia, 100% stands for eyelashes. 100%. Yes. Mascara. Eyelashes, mascara. Sarah, you have to have one. Fake lashes, yes. So lash is the length of the arc. The length of the arc. Aiden. The length of the arc. What else? What's the A stand for? Acknowledge. The angle. The angle. So as you flatten out this electrode, we want to try to maintain that 15 degrees. If you start to flatten out or get ahead of yourself, you start to introduce unburnt flux, and the puddle starts shooting away from the weld itself. What about S? And S is probably starting out, yes sir, speed. I bet you starting out for most of you in this class, speed will be a problem. You will get that electrode straight, and you'll get it close, and you'll focus on the length of arc. But it's the speed in which you're traveling. That's where, starting out, you really have to just slow down. Again, just slow down. And what about the H? Gurja. Heat. How did you get that?
I guess. Because it's light speed and heat. Because heat involved in everything.
I don't even think this is on Google. How did you get that? Really? Heat. So, amazing work, Gurjot. Amazing work. Yes. Yeah. This is on video. All right. Cool. All right. So listen up. Heat. So heat means a couple of things. One is the thickness of material impacts the amount of heat it absorbs. If you're welding very, very thick material, it will absorb much more heat, whereas if you're welding very thin sheet metal, the thinner the material, the more the material is prone to warpage and bending and stuff. And also the heat settings on the machine, right? All of these arc welders we have in the shop, you can dial them in, you can increase and decrease the amperage. So the heat we can control at the machine, and we also have a little bit of, there's a little bit of a variable there with the thickness of the material we're using. So that's sort of where we're at. Now these four things you can take with you and think about them when you get the opportunity to start arc welding. Remember how this clamp works. Mohammed, do you want to demonstrate? You want to come on up and demonstrate? Come on up and demonstrate, Mohammed. You're going to be doing this today. Yeah, you. Come on up. All right, you guys can do it for a sec. Because Mohammed, I know the question you're going to have. I know the question. Mr. Norris, I can't do it. All right.
Wait, let me do it.
Brain. Oh. No, you want it in the groove, right in the middle. Pardon? So what we want to make sure we do, folks, in this, we want to make sure that we don't, good, you can sit down. We want to make sure that we don't clamp on the flux, right? We want to be clamping on bare metal. So see how there's that little 1-inch section of bare metal? We want to make sure we're clamping on the bare metal, and we want to make sure that there's a little bit of plastic on the end of this. We don't want to be clamping on the plastic. We want to get this electrode clamping on the metal. On the metal piece. Berween, do you want to try this? Do you want to try it? Okay, Olivia. Come on up, Olivia.
Are you serious?
No, Olivia, come on up.
Olivia, go do it. Where's my phone? Olivia, do it. She can go first. Olivia, just do it. Go. I'm confused.
Try it out.
Just like,
No, it's not.
What am I supposed to do?
You're gonna push that. Yeah, and then there you go. Cool.
Better.
Excellent. So just be aware of where Berween put that electrode. You might want to just readjust it a little bit, just so you're clamping on the steel. Okay. Any questions on what we covered today? We're going to continue on our projects. For those of you who are working on the sheet or starting on the sheet metal boxes, we'll have a quick little meeting over in the one side of the shop to talk about what the plan is for the operation on the boxes. You girls are going to be working on your projects. All right.
Go do your project.
Cool. Get to work.